Well, I'm out for an evening stroll. It's quite dark. Not as dark as it would be if I was on a Night Lord spaceship. Because guess what? You can see in the dark. Anyway, I'm walking through my cybernetic Blade Runner-esque. I mean, this is the best place to live in London. No doubt in my mind. It's so sci-fi. Hello, Steve. So, look at that moody sky and this super pretty. Isn't that cute? This here is a floating, it used to be a restaurant. I've got my Moomin plaster on. You can't see it, but it's Little My. Hi, Tony. Be careful. Be careful. I mean, I shouldn't tempt fate, but I've lived in London a long time. I just don't look rich enough to rob. Look at this. Look at this. This is sci-fi water. So, 10,000 subscribers urged me to read Soul Hunter by Aaron Dembski Bowen. Is it Bowen or Bowden? Anyway, great writer, great book, but I didn't trust everybody. I think because it came, I don't know, the appeals to read Soul Hunter came straight after On the Back of Fulgrim, which was particularly grim, including a barrel and some noise marines and crab ladies. So I was really dreading Soul Hunter because I thought it would be torture and goriness. So here's another beautiful vista. You have to read the rest now, says Robbie. Look at that. Just imagine this live with a Tron soundtrack and Jeff Daniels in the background. Do I have to read the rest? The reasons, this is the list for why I would like to read the rest. Everyone says there's a romance. I'm guessing it's Septimus and Octavia. Reason I don't want to read the rest is because of Captain Vandred, who's become a creature from the warp. They've all got demons up them, haven't they? I loved the Dreadnought fight at the end. I love a melancholy Dreadnought. You never find a cheerful Dreadnought, let's face it. And this one didn't even want to be a Dreadnought. Flesh Bones says, I'm halfway through the second book. I'm loving it so far. Okay, so the last thing that happened is the Night Lords have turned against Abaddon, clues in the name, and they've buggered off. So they're in trouble with Abaddon. What could the second book be about? Mega City 1, says Tony. No, we're not going Judge Dredd. No, there's no law here. Just bankers and swans. There's so many swans. If we go around the other side, I'll show you the immense amount of swans. ADB made me actually think, are the good guys actually the bad guys? Whoa, Robbie, whoa. Calm yourself. We are loyal to the Emperor, okay? Don't come here with any of that heretical, traitorous talk. I heard bolter fire. Yes, best line. Some really killer lines in this book. Slacker at large. I have to listen to the audiobook. I think that would be absolutely epic. Yeah, the Dreadnought. Oh, crikey. The description, whenever someone describes like the Princeps in the Titan tank or the Dreadnought in his internal coffin sarcophagus, it was a just crushing description of the Dreadnought using his left cannon arm and his corpse arm pathetically knocking against the side of his coffin. Holy moly, guacamole. That's new. I've added it to that wowie bowie zowie. Traitorous Talk Erebus panel show. Welcome to Traitorous Talk. Very cool. Yeah, I'd be down for that, actually. Maybe Ian and I could host a Traitorous Talk show where we just pretend we're a member of a legion. I was excited that the Blood Angels were part of the story at the end, because I've just finished Fear to Tread and had an amazing interview with James Swallow, who's amazing. So that was very cool. What else did I like? I liked the idea of there's this massive Night Lord ship full of like Astartes. Well, not full actually, they're dying off. There's about 12 Astartes left. And then there's a whole human subculture, and they have like, you know, underground hidden cities on the whole spaceship, which gives you a sense of the magnitude and the scale of the spaceship. Not so happy about all the mortal cannon fodder, and even Septimus. There was a great line, which I completely can't remember now, where Septimus is like, are we really going to fire on the humans? And then someone else starts firing on them, and he's like, okay, I'll just fire on the humans. Robbie says, I felt like the slaves were better treated by the Night Lords than most of the people are treated in the Imperium. Yes, that was very, very, that was part of Septimus. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I've got to walk everywhere now, or line bike it. All the line bikes in London are caught up in the Canary Wharf tunnel, the walk-through tunnel, because the lift's broken. Greenwich Tunnel. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, Septimus persuaded Octavia by saying, look, you know, I'm on this ship, I've been captured, I'm a slave. Yes, they put an iron bar over your third eye, but we're going to get treated better here. Like, you were basically a slave, like having to do that other job. So yeah, I see your point, Robbie. I see your point. Also, all of you will see how unfit I am. So I've been walking for less than 5 minutes and I'm extremely breathless. But what was the other thing? Yeah, I like the opening where, so seemingly, and this is very clever setup, seemingly, you know, it's just some grunts going out to mine an asteroid field. Octavia gets to shine in the second book. She's a stand-up character for sure. Look at this. Do you hear the variation on that siren? So they'll do a variation, like if they're trying to like move quickly. I'm sure they've got buttons in their fire engine cabs. Anyway, that was very exciting for me. I like watching fire engines. Oh God, why did I say that? Yeah, I like the initial setup of the... Tony says sirens. It is MC1. Robbie says, I'm just finishing Dan's interview. So the beginning of the book, the setup is, the conceit is that they're mining a asteroid for a special metal. Then they get attacked and captured. But it was a vision from Talos that told them to do that. Okay, I told you I'd tell you about the swan population. Look at this, look at these bad boys. So many of them. This is where they all come at night. Look, loads. We're kind of lucky here to have this many beautiful swans. My children, come. Come to me, my children. You have to be careful because the swan can break your arm. Fact. Anyway, yes, I love the conceit that they tricked us into thinking it was just a random mining mission and it was a grab for this special, whatever it was, unobtainium. But no, they were coming after the Psyker, and that was wrought through a vision. So Talos is walk touched. Am I saying his name right? Is it Talos? Blake Anderson says, Kyle Snow. Xylo Snow. Should I read Soul Hunter, Mira? I have a Night Lord's army, but I don't read a lot of 40k stuff. I'm going to say yes, Blake. It's a really good story. It's not too horrible. I was happy to read it. Read it 100%. Aztec says, blimey, that is a lot of swans. I told you, I don't muck about me. Talos is one of my favourites. He doesn't mess around. I feel like you know what you're getting with the Night Lords. It's interesting because I literally thought, I'm just going to show you some really cute little bridges they've got around here. I thought the Night Lords were gonna, look at this little light up bridge. I'll tell you what would be lovely if I had a romantic partner with which to stroll around late at night, not chatting on a YouTube like a loon. Yeah, I really thought, I still don't really understand why everyone persuaded me so vigorously to read it. If someone had said, Mira, there are no scary books in it, it's just a really, really, really good book, probably would have just read it. Terry McAllister, Prey Site, yeah, that was cool, wasn't it? I liked all the Predator style things going on. Look at this little bridge. Steve often does this. Steve off Minis and Muscles just messages me on the sly to my phone and he said, I'll stroll you around at night. Thank you, Steve. That's very kind of you. Look at this. It's so pretty. Okay, I need to be careful because people will think I'm a nutter. Anyway, Night Lords is a very good book, Soul Hunter. I liked the mythology about the Legion. I felt really sorry for them. I haven't even read. I think I've read like a couple of fights with Kurz I've seen one or two scraps with Kurz. Literally have read nothing about him in 30k. Know exactly how he died, his parting words, like all of this shenanigan. So that was quite sad. I'm sad that they don't have their dad, and it was really understandable they got so angry with the assassin. Robbie said, you're strolling around with us instead. Indeed I am. I've got to get 2,000 more steps in today. Ugh, I feel like Martin, the money guy. Look at this. I don't know, you see, it's a tree in the path. Yes. Jim said, that's what I said all along. I know, Jim, but I don't trust you. I'm going to trust you from now on. Here I am on the little light up bridge. Oh, singing an indie song about autumnal leaves and being alone. Pretty. Ooh. Capri says pretty. Fleshbone says, I love how the Night Lords have the best world eaters character in Uzus. Yeah, he was great. He was great. Conrad versus the Lion gets good later on. I think I have issues with Lionel Del Richie, so maybe I'll cheer for Conrad in that moment. Robbie, I don't really feel they're on either side. I think they're just pissed with everyone, and everyone's probably pissed with them, Robbie. Tony, this part of Drifter game looks realistic. What are you talking about? Oh no! Somebody's trying to cut off my head. Iron Warrior's tree, says Jim. Oh yes, I've achieved my daily goal. I can go home now. Hallelujah. Right, well, in that case, I think it's a good time to say good night to you, my little night lordlings. May you all sleep well with your acidic saliva and your wrecked, old and recovered and reclaimed bolter rifles. And I think I probably will read the next book. But I'm very keen to get on with the Horus Heresy series, y'all, because I'm reading a collection of short stories next. And then I think the next one might be Dan Abnett again. Anyway, I also am reading some books because I am required to make my opinions known of some books. And book suggestions, we got them. Good night, Tony. Hey, Tuone and Lintu, autumn is pretty. It is. We'll have to watch Over the Garden Wall, the best autumn animation. Andrew says, the trilogy only gets better, fantastic series. I will listen to you, Andrew. Capri says, nanites, nanites. Very next generation. Goodbye, Flesh Bones. Goodbye, Tuone and Lintu. Good night, Tony. Robbie says, Uzas is great, nice and simple. Blood for the blood god, souls for the soul hunter, skulls for the skull throne. Simple, why can't everything be like that? Aztec Jaguar, it's time for Hell's Reach. The amount of times people have tried to put Hell's Reach on me. We did watch a bit of the animation, but it was very hard for me to catch up with and understand. Maybe I'll get hold of the book. Andrew Jarvis, crikey, this is bold. Night Lord series is better than 90% of Horus Heresy. Bite your tongue, my man. Really? Really? 90% of Horus Heresy equals, I don't know, 49 books? Really? Okay. Good night, Robbie. Have a good day tomorrow. And yeah, I will look up. Oh, Cull Obsidian. Hello and welcome. Crikey, blimey, golly gosh. That's so kind of you. Cull's just dropped me $4.99 as a super thanks, which we love. Thank you. Look, it's like the whole barometer scale. Woo, thank you so much, Cull Obsidian. What does he say? So glad you read Soul Hunter. I just finished the omnibus and loved it. Good news, the first one is the least gory. It's also the bad news. I'm here for that. I can handle... I've read a lot of gore now. I can handle Graham McNeil and James Swallow at their worst body horror. Famous last words. Historitus Jamaldus, you have Hell's Reach the book. I am aware. I'm aware. So, you know, guys, I showed you where all the swans are? Look, they're like a little gang. And I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Or how many? We have some Egyptian geese. Look at these dudes. Oh no, some people are trying to scare the swans. It's against the law. They're protected by the king. Look at the swannies. But I don't know if you can see all these other little fellas. All these other little fellas just doing their own thing. They're so flaming noisy. It's 9:30 at night, lads. People trying to get their kids to sleep. Andrew Jarvis, I stand by it. As well you may. So I think they believe they're feeding the swans. Perhaps I should have brought a little bit of sustenance for my swan sisters and my bird brethren. Look, where are we going, duckos? Look at this wildlife. This is why where I live is the best place to live in London. Imagine if I get like mugged now and everyone's like, you shouldn't have said that. Aztec, good night, Aztec. Good night. Hello, the Amber Hippo. That's such a cute name. Robbie says, I agree, Andrew, but not 90%, maybe 50%. That sounds still outrageous, but more reasonable. Bad Moon 413. Oh man, Night Lord's trilogy review incoming. Probably. Honey, I don't want to say honey percent, but I was not mad at Soul Hunter. I enjoyed it. I did say to Aaron, I really enjoyed reading it. Walk like an Egyptian geese. Look at them all swanning about. Right, I shall indeed say goodnight because I don't want you all to see the location of my bud cave. And also I'm running out of battery on my phone, and I really need to hurry up and get home. I think I'm walking about a quarter my normal speed, because I don't want you to all hear how breathless I am when I have to walk normal speed. So good night all. Thank you to everybody who encouraged me rather sternly to read Soul Hunter. There was a great romp, loads of delightful moments and set pieces, some really nice 40k culture, and the sense of dread I bore through reading that book, because I was so petrified somebody would be flayed alive or blinded. Oh, somebody was blinded, somebody was flayed. We managed it well. Good night, dear Steve Prairie. The Secret Mirror Cave, which is actually a manhole because London's very expensive. Yeah, best trilogy. I'm really saying good night now. Have a lovely evening, you all. And yeah, catch you on Sunday when I am interviewing the fabulous Josh Fox from Black Armada Games, all about his new grimdark gothic RPG adventure, Ex Tenebris. So yeah, see you Sunday. I'll probably throw up my James Swallow video for people who have not subscribed. And yeah, show it the love it deserves. Good night, friends. Thank you so much for the super thanks. Carl Obsidian, much appreciated. Good night.